Evening. Yeah, y'all know this is not my normal time to come on, but I wanted to respond to another email that I got about spotting an emotional manipulator. So I'm gonna try to make this quick because I'm heading out to Staples. I ran out of printer ink, and so I'm running to Staples. I said, let me make this video real quick while I'm running this errand real quick. Okay. So this one is all about how to spot an emotional manipulator. And for the most part, I would say that this advice actually, it could go both ways. You could use this advice on a man, you could use this advice on a woman. But number one, you have to be astute. And a lot of people are not astute, they're not discerning, they are desperate. And so that is why they tend to miss the very obvious signs that someone is emotionally manipulating them. So you have to be astute, you have to be wise, you have to discern, okay? You have to use your wise mind. And remember, your wise mind is your emotions and your feelings tied together with your logic and your rationale, okay? So those two things together make up your wise mind. But we're going to talk briefly about some of the signs of emotional manipulation, okay? Number one, these people will come on strong, right? They want to control the narrative. So they're going to come on really, really strong. And the number one thing they're going to do is they're going to try to mirror you. Emotional manipulators mirror you. Their behavior mirrors your behavior. And this, I've had this happen before. And when I tell you, it's like, it's intoxicating, right? So when someone is mirroring you, it makes you think, it makes you believe that they are like the other half of you. When you find someone who is emotionally manipulating you and is mirroring you, that person almost feels like home, right? That person almost feels like the other side of you, the other part of you. So it's very easy to get intoxicated. So when you find out things like, you like this movie? I like that movie. You like this type of drink? I like that type of drink. You like going here? I like going here, right? That person feels like the missing part of you, the missing half of you. And so that right there, because we as humans, we love seeing ourselves, right? We love seeing ourselves mirrored back to us. So that's an easy one. If you meet a person and y'all got everything in common, like everything you say you like, I like that. I do that, right? Be mindful, okay? Be mindful, because it's intoxicating. It's very intoxicating to be with a person and you all seem so aligned. You all seem so alike, right? It almost feels like home. It's like, wow, everything about this person just matches up perfectly with who I am. Be wise. Be wise. You should, when you see that happening too much, you need to be like, this a little too much. Like, this a little too good, right? So you got to be really wise about this feeling of this mirroring, because emotional manipulators, that's what they're going to do. They're going to mirror. They're going to mirror, everything you like, they like. Everything you want to do, they want to do. Be very, very cautious about that. That's one of the easiest ways that emotional manipulators call themselves trying to take advantage of you. And remember this, a person who is emotionally manipulative, they are self-serving, right? It's not about you, it's about them. They're self-serving. They're doing this for their own selfish reasons. So be very, very careful about feeling like, this person is the missing part of you, because basically what they're doing is they're mirroring. They're mirroring you. Let me tell y'all how crazy this is. I even had an emotional manipulator mirror my body language. Like, this how you know a person is on another level. This person mirrored my body language. Like, when I would put my glass down, they would put their glass down. When I would smile, they would smile. When I would put my hand in like this, they would put their hand up. It became very disconcerting. It became very obvious. I was like, you know what? Like, you know what? This is some emotional manipulation. This is what's going on right now. So mirroring is the number one way that emotional manipulators, they try to get you, kind of get you off your game. They will mirror you. Okay, so just be mindful about that. If things feel too familiar, if things feel too perfect, if everything feels too much alike, too aligned, that's a big red flag, right? That person should be their authentic self. And here's what I know about being our authentic self is we are going to have, some things that we don't agree on. We're going to have some things that we don't align on. So that's the first way. If you start feeling a lot of coincidences or, oh, we share a lot of the same things and we like a lot like that, be wise. Be wise. And you know what you can do? You can do exactly what I did, which is I said that I like something that I don't like, right? Just as a little test, I'm like, let's just see. And I said I aligned with a train of thought that I knew this person didn't agree with. I knew they didn't agree with it, but I said it just to see if that person would say, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's when I was like, yeah, there's some emotional manipulation going on. Because I know for a fact that's not something that you agree with or align with. And now I'm saying it and you're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, no. So that's the first thing you got to look for. Of course, you're going to look for some of the classic symptoms, the love bombing. And here's the thing, what I'm going to say about the love bombing. People are so desperate right now. People are so hungry to be seen. People are so hungry to be heard. People are so desperate for love that when someone kind of shows up and they pour it on thick and, they make the person, again, feel seen and feel heard. That, again, it's very intoxicating because it's so few and far between. Like, people are so hungry for love right now. They're so hungry for validation. They're so hungry for someone like seeing them and really, connecting with them. But if all that connecting and all that seeing them is happening within a matter of days or weeks, that's weird. Like, that's weird. That's not normal. That's not healthy. And you have to remember that people who come on really strong, people who come on really hot and heavy, they're going to cool down just as fast. Okay? A lot of people move from a state of limerence. It's not love, it's called limerence. And limerence is this, intense infatuation of a person. It is not love. Love is what happens once lust settles down, once limerence settles down, and time goes by, and that cocktail of chemicals kind of calms down in your system. If you still around, if you still hanging in there, that's when love has a possibility of showing up. Okay? So it's not going to happen in a matter of weeks. It's not going to happen even in a matter of months. You have to give it time. And somebody that's trying to rush you into bed, somebody that's trying to rush you into, doing a lot of things early. Oh, we should go on a trip. We should do this. We should do that. We should, and the future faking, that's another emotional manipulation tactic. The future faking, right? And the future faking is you meet a person and you start planning the next 6 months, the next year of all the things y'all gonna do and all the places y'all gonna go and all the, That's future faking. Emotional manipulators love that. They love making promises that they can't keep. So that's a big red flag. When people start doing that, you have to call that out, right? So if I met a guy, I remember, oh my God, this is a funny story. This was like 6, 7 years ago. I met a guy, and I want to say we met on a dating app. Did we meet? Yeah, we did. It was a while back. And I kid y'all not, we had 2 conversations over the phone. The second conversation over the phone, homeboy was like, yeah, my sister's having a big birthday party in 2 weeks, and it would be amazing if you would be my date. It would be amazing if you would. No, bruh, no. You are not going to take a total stranger to your sister's birthday party with your whole family. No. Like, no. Like, you're being silly. But yeah, he said it out of his mouth. Oh yeah, and in 2 weeks my sister's having her 40th birthday, and my whole family's gonna be there, and I would love for you to be my date. And you know what I did? I bust him clean out. I said, that is wildly inappropriate. He said, what? What do you mean? I said, that is wildly inappropriate. You don't know me. Why would you take me, a stranger that you're just meeting off of a dating app, that you're trying to get to know? Why would you take me around your entire family? That seems wildly inappropriate. Like I said it again. You are wildly inappropriate. But here's the truth, y'all. He wasn't taking me around his family. Can I be honest? He wasn't taking me nowhere. He was not taking me around his family. He was making promises that he could not keep. And this is what he thought, that by, seeming so beguiled by me, and we're having such a great conversation. He thought to himself, yeah, if I make some promises for 2 weeks from now, I might get the tail tonight. That's what's happening. I'm hoping to get some tail tonight because, you're so beguiled and enthralled by my promise of, taking you around my family. Maybe you'll let me hit it. Like, do I look like, I was born last night? Do I? Like, come on now, sir. So I call it out. And I want y'all to start doing that too. One of the things that I encourage all the people I work with is we have got to stop letting this mess slide. Y'all let too much mess slide. You sit there and you smile and you hear the most outlandish things. You listen to people gaslight you and future fake and emotionally manipulate you. And you just, and even if that's what's happening, and in your mind, well, Anita, I'm just going to leave this date and I'm just not going to call him no more. I'm not going to talk to her no more, or whatever, right? Even if that's the plan, it's like you got to check people. Because you're now making this person think it's okay. And this person is going to do it to the next person. This person is going to go out there and do it again. No, we have to start calling the bad behavior out. So if you're a man and you feel like a woman is emotionally manipulating you, and let me be honest, women emotionally manipulate your funds. That's what they after. They after your funds. They're after your resources. Yeah, exactly. That's what women are after. So just like men want all the sexual access in the world without any investment, a woman wants all of your resources without, her doing anything. Same thing, different gender. Okay. When the reality is, we are looking for healthy reciprocity in relationships. Okay, so as TK Kirkland said, yeah, you're going to pay up front or you're going to pay over time, but you're going to pay. And that is the truth. That's why I love him. He is an old school G. He is an old school gentleman. He is a masculine man. Like, every time I hear him talk, I think of all the men in my family. I think of my father. I think of my uncles. That's masculinity. Like he said, when are men going to like women again? It's crazy. And how about this? Let me go here. I believe today's man is jealous of women. I believe y'all are truly jealous or envious of women. What do I mean by that? I mean that somewhere in your head, you got it that women just have it so good. We have it so good, and it's so easy to be female, and we have all these benefits, and and then look, this is what y'all say. Well, we gotta pay for the date, and we gotta plan the date, and we gotta drive. And do you want to be the passenger princess? Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. And we got to do all this. And what are we getting there? Like little kids. You're a man. And you should be proud to be a man. And look, men have their cross to bear and women have their cross to bear. And this little pissing contest we're in about who has it worse and who, it's harder to be a man. No, it's harder to be a woman. It's just hard, y'all. It's just hard. Okay? Everybody got it hard. So we need to kill all that. Stop all that. I'm a woman. Okay? I'm a woman. That's what God designed me to be. And I'm going to take on that role and everything that goes along with it, the end. And I want to be with a man. And I want him to be in his role. And together we make magic happen. But this little thing y'all got going on where we're trying to figure out who has it worse. And, it's like the men are jealous of the women. No, ain't nobody doing nothing for y'all. Ain't nobody paying for no date. And ain't nobody. Okay, but yet you want sexual access. Like, how's that working for you? And ladies, you need to stop giving sexual access. Okay, which is, I'm willing to have something mutually beneficial. I'm willing to have reciprocity. All right. And like he said, you can pay up front. That means you're paying a prostitute. Or if you actually want a relationship of some kind, you can pay over time, but this idea that you're not going to pay, I've already explained, there are no free wives. There is no free sex. And that's that. Okay. And maybe this is in response to feminism. Maybe this is in response to feminism because in my mind, you know what feminism is? It's the Oedipus complex. So if you're familiar with Freud's Oedipus complex, where women, for a long time, they were envious of men. They were jealous and envious of men. And as you can still hear to this day, women who, the patriarchy and, men have all the power and men can do whatever they want and men can, that's Oedipus complex. That's a woman's jealousy over being a man. I don't understand it because I don't want to be no man. She says some men are jealous of their woman because they're insecure. They could be, but it's like a weird thing going on right now. And that's why men look at this. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. I was on another content creator's platform and this happened on my platform. I had to check a guy because I posted something that said, like I as a woman, I want to have a healthy masculine man. I want to be cherished. I want his devotion, and I'm preparing my heart and I'm waiting for my man to come along because, and once he does, just said all these things. Why did a man drop in the comments talking about, well, how would y'all feel if a man said all this? First of all, it's a post for women by a woman. Why would you want to say all of this? Why would you want to say all of this? That's the real question. Why would you want to say, I'm waiting for a healthy masculine man and I'm preparing my heart? Like, what? What? Y'all don't even think. No, it don't. And then it go both ways. There's plenty of situations that it don't go both ways. Women want a certain thing and men want something different. So this idea of, flip that to the men. No, I can't. I can't do that. Women are entered. Men are the people who enter. That don't go both ways. I can't enter a man. A man enters me. You see? So women receive a man. Okay? It's not the other way around. It don't go both ways. You got the ding-a-ling. We got the other part. So this idea of, yeah, flip it. No, that can't be flipped. Last I checked, y'all want to have sex. But this whole, what if a man said that and soft guy error and what's the other one? Instead of saying sprinkle what they say? Come on, y'all. Why are you trying to do what women do? That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Okay? As a woman, and I'm not feminist. Y'all know that. Y'all know my stance against feminism. I believe in gender equality. I do not support feminism. So on no given day, are you going to see me call up a dude? Yeah, so I'd like to go out Saturday night at 7 and, I'm thinking about going here and I got these reservations. And then pulling up to his house and then coming around and opening the door for him and putting him in my passenger seat and bringing flowers and telling him he looks so good and smells so good and taking him out to dinner and paying the bill. I don't want to be y'all. I want to be the girl. I would think y'all would want to be the man. I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused. But it's like men are jealous of women. It's like y'all are jealous of women or something. It's weird. It's really weird. Well, no. And then this is the latest. Well, TK, the women today aren't worth all that. And what you need to add to that sentence is the women that I encounter. The women that I encounter ain't worth all that. Because last I checked, there's a whole lot of other women in the world, just like y'all love to tell us to choose better. Choose better. Well, you should have I had a man tell me that just today. Well, you should have chose better. And you are divorced. And you should, okay, and what would you say for you? So you're divorced. Should you have chose better? Well, see, you trying to make it like it's my fault. No, I'm just asking. Because you're telling me that my biggest problem in my divorce is I should have chose better. So tell me how, what's your stance on your situation? You're divorced. Should you have chose better? Does that same advice that you just gave me, does it apply to you? That's it. And then look, no response. So whenever Anita's critical thinking cap is on and I start responding to some of these ludicrous comments, then there's no response. Then there's no response because it don't make sense. So it's weird. It's getting weird. But TK and I are from the same generation. We're both born in the 60s. See, this is what y'all, that's why, like I said, I repost a lot of his stuff because that's all I know. He's the man, I'm the woman, right? And trust me, I'm gonna be the woman with him all day long. Hey, can I buy you a drink? You sure can. Like, yeah, that's how that's gonna go. You ain't gonna hear me say, I can get my own drink. I don't need you to buy me no drink. I got a job. No, you're not gonna hear me say that. Thank you. That's what you're gonna hear me say. Thank you. Oh, this is really good. What do you recommend? That's what you're going to hear me say. I'm going to be the girl. So this weirdness that the dudes got going, drizzle, that's it. Drizzle. Why would you want to do what women do? Why would you want to do that? That's weird. That's weird. And like I said, that's what feminism was. Oh, we're so envious of men and and like I say, and I stand by this. And it makes feminists so mad. Guess what I tell them? I said, can I be honest, y'all? I don't think men were sitting around plotting against women. I don't think there was like a male council that was like, you know what? We are going to make it so that women can't vote, so that women can't own anything, so that women can't have credit cards and they can't do this and they can't do that. That we are going to purposefully oppress women. Okay? And so we're going to put these laws in place and here's the truth. I think men wasn't thinking about us. That's how all that came to be. Men were not thinking about women. Feminists love to sell you on the idea that men were literally sitting around plotting our demise. They were not. The reason why it turned out the way it did, because they weren't thinking of us at all. They were like, yeah, man, so we need to have credit, and we need to do this, and we need to own homes, and we need to, because look, in a man's mind, 100, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, they was like, I got my family. I got my kids. I buy the home. I get the car. I take care of my wife. And y'all threw all that away. Y'all threw all that away. Yeah, baby, what you need a house for? I just bought one. What you need a car for? I just bought you one. What you need a credit card for? I just, whatever you need. And y'all threw all of that away. Yeah, they weren't thinking about y'all because they were like, I as the man need to provide, need to take care of my family, need to do, like, all the weight of the world was on men. And what y'all going to do? What the feminists going to do? I want to do that. I want a ding-a-ling. I want to know what it's like to be stressed out and work 60 hours a week. And I want to own something. And I want to have credit. And now y'all know what that's like, don't you? You know what that's like? You know what it's like to be just literally ground down day after day, week after week. You know what that's like, don't you? You know what it's like to have credit. You know what it's like to run all your credit cards up. You know what it's like to go through bankruptcy. You know what it's like to have your own house and to have to pay all the bills in that house and to pay all the maintenance in that house. You know what it's like to have that fancy car, don't you? And to have to pay all the maintenance for that car and to keep that car running. So you know what it's like, don't you? And because the way God designed the world, this is the rub. You ready? If you're going to continue your legacy, like if you're going to partner with a man and continue your legacy, guess who's going to have the kid? Guess who is the only person in the male-female dynamic that can have the child? You. So now you got to have everything a man have, and what God say? I wish I had my other phone. What God say about your labor pains and he was going to make it hard for you? Like, that is what God gave you. That's what God gave women. The hardest thing women were meant to do was have a baby. So when Eve ate of the fruit, okay, so I'm gonna make you have a desire for your husband. I'm gonna make you have a wanting and a desire for your husband. I'm gonna make it so that your labor pains are hard. That was it. That was our curse right there. But what y'all going to do? Y'all added to the curse. Y'all feminist women added to the curse. You added to the curse. So not only do we have the hard labor pains, not only do we have to have the kids, not only do we have this unquenching desire for our husband, we also got 60-hour work week. We also got all these bills and all this, all this foolishness that we got to keep up with now. You done doubled and tripled our curse, because we already had it. We already had our curse, which was, we have to have the children. It's going to be painful to have the children. We'll have a desire for our husband that will not be quenched. And no, but that wasn't good enough. You wanted to go out and beat him too. You wanted to do what men and women do. What sense does that make? It makes none. And think about it. So now, if I'm being totally honest, a man's position, it really hasn't changed. Like, a man's position in the world, what a man does, really hasn't changed, right? His position, his role has remained steadfast for thousands of years. Guess who got all the weight put on them over the last 60 years? We darn near doubled and tripled what we have on us because of that penis envy, because of that Oedipus complex. Well, I want to do what men do. And I want to, men got it so good, and men got this and they got that. And I want that. And look at what you done did. Done doubled and tripled our load wanting to do what men did. Because guess what? Until men can have babies, and they can't, and they won't ever. Okay? They won't ever. They won't ever make it so that men can have babies. All right? I know the world is confused right now about that. But biological men, okay, will not ever have a baby. So until that happens, we doubled and tripled the load on ourselves. It don't make no sense, but here we are. Here we are. And there's a percentage of women that they want to go back real fast. They're like, what have I done? What have I done? What have we done? Now they want to go back. Now they see how hard it is. And how about this? God did not design a woman to be under that weight. God did not design a woman to be under that pressure. The weight of the world is built for shoulders, not hips. And so, highest rate of depression, highest rate of anxiety, highest rate of antidepressive medication. And now we got all these addictions. We got, the drinking. And y'all think it's so cute. You think it's so cute to get lit up after brunch and go to all these winery tours and all that. Y'all think all that's so cute. It's so cute. Because you can't function. You're not meant to function under the weight of what we're experiencing. I know I'm not. That's why, y'all, I see a maximum of 22 clients a week. 22 hours. That's what Anita is doing. 22 clients. People say to me all the time, well, you could make so much more money if you saw 40 or 50. No, I can't do that, y'all. I'm not built for that. I'm not built for that. I'm a woman. Okay? I'm not built for that. And then you got a percentage of women, because the way God designed us, to want to nurture, to want to have a baby, but we got this high power position. And so we try to do everything. We literally try to do everything. So we try to take care of 2 little kids. We try to, have a relationship with our husband, and we got this high post job and all this other stuff. And, I can have it all. No, you can't. No, you can't. Something is going to break. So all them balls that you juggling like this, one of them balls going to fall out the air. 2 of them balls, 3 of them balls going to fall out the air. He said, and them white doctors be trying to figure out how they can make a man have a baby. That's never going to happen. Mark my words. My God is never going to allow that. My sister is 8 months pregnant and is obligated to still work. Yeah, she's going to work until the day her water break. It's like I said, they don't care. Y'all, this what y'all wanted. This what y'all wanted. Okay, this is what y'all wanted. And trust me, the powers that be, they love it. They love it. They're selling double the cars, double the houses, double the stuff. They love what y'all got going on. Yeah, we have double the taxes. We got all these people in the workforce. Yeah, we love it. We're making money hand over fist from all these women that want to do what men do and want to be men. We love it. So, yeah, you played right into their little game. But, ladies, we are not men. We're not built for it. We're not built for the things that they are built for. Men go to war. Men have been going to war since the beginning of time. And most women do not want to do that. I do not want to kill nobody with my bare hands. I don't want to shoot nobody. That's too stressful. That's too much. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to have my baby and sit at home. So, no, I know they can't. God Almighty is running the show. That's right. That's never going to happen. People always say, they just get on my nerves. Oh, it's going to happen. No, it's not. No, it's not. What you look like thinking you going to outdo your creator? The haughtiness, like the pride and the haughtiness that make you think that you're going to outdo what made you. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. I made you. You never going to outdo me. So nice try. Nice try. You keep trying. That's not going to happen. Okay, but we got to wake up. We got to get wise. I done went clear off the topic. I done went clear. Y'all know how I be when I get going and something else hit me that, like I said, the spirit just downloads stuff inside of me. But we got to be wise. We have to be wise. People are out here now. This is what I absolutely despise about modern day relationships and modern day dating is people, not just men, not just women, people are so broken. They're so wounded. They're so just unhealthy and dysfunctional. And so it's just like, who can use who first? Who can take advantage of who first? Like that's the race. The race is to see who can outdo who in the dysfunction. That's it. Well, I'm going to try to get this without giving this, and I'm going to try to do this without doing this. Like that's it. That's the whole thing right there. It's not about love. It's not about caring. It's not about servitude, serving another person. It's not about any of that. It's all about getting what I want for the lowest price that I can. Right? It's about getting what I want for free or for the lowest price that I can. That's most people. That's most people. So we got to start calling this stuff out. Okay? If you are a healthy person, if you want to be a healthy person, you got to start calling this stuff out. When you see the manipulation, when you see the gaslighting, when you see the using behavior, right? You just got to call it out and be prepared because yes, people are going to, I asked you to send me money for a date and, oh, what's wrong with you? Are you insecure? And that's what real men do. No, that's not. That's not what real men do. And real women don't ask real men that they don't know for money for an outfit for a date or money to get her nails done or her hair done. That's silly. Like we have to start calling it out. That's ridiculous. No, thank you. But on top of saying no, thank you, you just have to call it out. I just got a notification here in H-Town. The storm is about to hit again. Pray for us, y'all. Oh, y'all getting a lot of crazy weather. I hope everything works out okay. I know y'all had some flooding there, so I hope things are okay. We've been getting some weird flash storms. They usually happen at night, and then by morning it's all over. But I know y'all been getting hit, so I hope everything goes okay. Okay, but start calling people out, and you can do it in a way that's not like, it's not disrespectful. It's not harsh, but just like, hey, that's not cool, right? Hey, why would you, like, I do it when guys talk crazy. I'm like, hey, that's not cool. Like, I just say it. Like, why would you say that? Why? Oh, and then it's, oh, I was just playing. Okay, that's really inappropriate. That's really not cool. That's really not making me want to get to know you better. See, we gotta call it out. We gotta call it out. And then once you call it out, then you go about your business. Like you don't have to keep sticking around. Because once you call it out, then you're gonna go about your business. So it's like a 1-2 punch. You call it out, the person's gonna go, oh, I probably shouldn't have did that. I probably shouldn't have said that. And you're gonna stand firm, and then you're gonna leave them alone. So they have 2 things now to remember. 1, this person called me out on my emotional manipulation or my foolishness. And 2, they don't fool with me. See? So we're trying to train people. We're trying to teach people. Like, I'm going to call out your stuff and then I'm going to leave you alone. But start calling it out. Stop letting people, do you any kind of way, talk crazy to you. Call it out. Call it out and say, hey, this is really wildly inappropriate. I don't know why you would lead with that, or I don't know why we're having this conversation. I don't know how this conversation turns sexual, right? So that a lot of women tell me that happens. So maybe the first conversation's fine, maybe the first date is fine, then the second conversation it gets real sexual or it gets real, and you just say, wow, I don't know how we got here. That's it. Oh, and look, this is what I used to say when men would go from, oh, how's your day to what's your favorite sex position? like I kid you not, just like that. I would say, wow, Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. That was my line. That was the line I would say, like, how did we get here? when we were just talking about how our day went, and now we're talking about what's your favorite sex position? Do you like it doggy style? What? What? Okay. Yep. Leave them clean alone. Y'all know. Foots3170 says it would be wonderful if you could reach 3 out of the 10 of the women that hear what you're saying. It's insane how they act strangers for money, and when you tell them they are strangers, they act like you. Like I said, though, I would call it out, and then I would leave them alone. That's it. That's it. So if a woman is pimping you, that's basically what in my day we call pimping, right? You're pimping a man. They call it simping now. Isn't that funny how they took our word? We called it pimping. If a woman was like after you for your money or trying to like get money out of you early on, we called it pimping. She was pimping you. They call it simping now. So, and you just call it out. You just call it out. Like, what is this? Like, what do you mean? Well, I need money for my nails. I need money for the babysitter. I need money for an outfit. So you don't have clothes to wear? I mean, like, I'm confused. Who would take care of your children when you went to work? Who take care of your children when you go out with your girlfriends? Like, for real. Y'all got to start calling this stuff out. This is for the ladies. Be careful too, because some guys get mad when you call them out. Definitely release that brother real quick, because he can become aggressive and violent. Honestly, that's something y'all should have peeped in the vetting stage. You shouldn't even. It surprises me that women will entertain a man like that. Like, I can feel that energy coming off of a man. I can smell it coming off of him. Violent men, aggressive men, I can smell that a mile away. So please peep that sooner rather than later. Okay? That's a part of the vetting process. You shouldn't even be in the same room with someone that you fear, is going to get violent or aggressive. Yeah, we got to do better. You talk to a woman for 2 days and they love you. That's when I cut them off. Okay. Okay. Just don't let them love bomb you. Don't let them, you know what I mean? Take your time. Take your time. Everybody wants an instant relationship. Y'all don't want to do the work of getting to know a person. And gentlemen, I agree with TK. Do you like women? And find women that you like. Find women that you like. So outside of the way she looks, outside of her big behind, what else? Is she funny? Is she smart? Does she have good taste in music? Is she supportive? It gotta be something else other than, her sexual prowess. Like, I don't understand it. Is there anything else? Because y'all love saying, oh, well, these women don't offer anything else. Okay, what else do you want? That's my question. What else does a man want? There's got to be something else that you want or need from a woman other than sex. Think about that, gentlemen. What do you want from women? And stop saying peace. If I hear that one more time, the reason why you keep asking a woman for peace is because you don't know how to give it to your damn self. That should be the last thing. I want peace. Give it to yourself. And find someone who has peace too, and together y'all have peace. So other than peace and other than sex, what else do you want? That's my question for the men. Real talk. What do you want? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. So no, come on now, stop it. Well, women don't offer anything else. Well, what else would you like? That's my question. What else would you like, sir? Other than sex and other than peace. What else would you like? So I can't make it up. But I just wanted to drop this knowledge for the person who asked. But it's the typical things, the gaslighting, the guilt tripping, the love bombing, the mirroring. That's a really, they love to mirror you and act like, you and them are like long lost other halves of each other. Yeah, just don't. I know it feels good. I know it feels validating, and it feels like, oh, wow, this person's like my long lost person. No, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Let more time go by. See who that person is. You got to stay authentic. Okay? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the nonsense. But it's easy when you're healthy. That's the number one thing that I stress to each of my clients. When you're in the best mental state you can be in, when you're in the best emotional state you can be in, recognizing an emotional manipulator is easy. It's very, very easy. He said, I want to be truthful with you and get the same and be able to handle it. Again, you're going to have to look for a very specific woman. You're going to have to look for a woman who's emotionally mature. And that is becoming more and more rare. Okay? Yes, narcissistic. We're talking a little bit about narcissism and Machiavellianism and psychopathy and sociopaths and all the things. And remember, in the borderline personality, like this could be a man, it could be a woman. Okay? It could be anybody. That's all. Okay, he said good food. He want good food. All right. Like I said, what else? What else do you want? Gentlemen, you keep saying women don't have anything to offer. What else do you want? That's the question. Okay? That's what I want men to start thinking about. Because besides just getting sex, like, okay, and peace. If I hear that again, okay, think about what it is you do want. Lead with that. Lead with that. So if all you're thinking about is lust, it's like, yeah, that's what you're going to get. I always tell people, wherever your energy flows, that's where energy goes. So wherever those thoughts flow, that's where the energy goes. So if you're thinking about lust, that's what's going to be returned to you. What else you got other than lust? That's it. That's it. Shanny9468 said crickets. Yeah. So guys, you all got to get on your game. You got to figure out what it is you want, because that's a problem. And like I said, the two things you cannot name is sex, sexual fulfillment, and you cannot say peace. Outside of that, what else you want? Okay, we had a gentleman say good food. We'll accept that answer. Anything else? Anybody else? What you want from women? And look, you telling on yourself nothing. Okay, then leave women and everything produced by women alone. Like, leave women and all women produce things alone. But y'all not gonna do that. Just like women not gonna leave men alone. So yeah, I see everybody in the comments are very quiet. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going into Staples to get me some printer ink and go home because I got to prepare for this speaking engagement on Saturday. So I got to get myself together. All right. V Miller says, I need a woman that knows how to build something together. I want a woman that tries to support me, for example, in real estate. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. I love it. And so I want you to think more specifically. Like, hey, it would be helpful if you could get me some leads. Hey, it would be helpful if you knew of some people that was in this business too. Or hey, it would be helpful if you could do open houses with me. Yeah, get specific. And look at that. You have a woman that she's like, yeah, babe, you got an open house on Sunday? No problem. And I can be right there with you. I can put out your signs for you. That's what I'm talking about. See? So yeah, we need to get really specific. What is it we need? And everybody has needs. Men love to walk around like they don't have needs. You do. You have needs. We all do. And you have to identify those needs. That's how a woman is actually going to have purpose in your life. But you just want some tail. You just want some, pour water on it and there's the tail, like instant tail. Like, yeah, I just want to open up a can of tail. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, well then you need to pay for it. Because if you're going to have a woman in your life, she has to offer you something else other than tail. Like, what else can she do? And you got to know what that is. Okay. What I want is a conversion with a woman like you. A conversation. Is it conversation? It's rare to find someone that are even remotely in that mindset, but they are out there. And what I want you to start doing is thinking about that. Think about, yes, this person's out there. Yes, this person exists. Yes, this person's real. Like, start saying that so you can start seeing the proof of that. But if you say the other thing, it's not out there, it's really rare, that person doesn't exist, guess what? That's what life is going to show you. So you have to say what you want to see. I do it all the time. I say, yes, there's divine, all kinds of divine meetings and all kinds of divine interventions that have come upon me, and I meet all these people that are aligned with me. I say that all the time, and guess what? That's what happens. That's what my truth is. So it starts up here, y'all. We got to get our mind right. But when you start saying what you want to see, that's when you're going to see it. That's it. And I have used that pretty much all my life. I have spoken my whole life into existence. My last relationship, she taught me to have those conversations minimum monthly. We would have weekly conversations about what we want, don't want, need. Best feeling ever to communicate on that level. Yeah. And I want you to have that again. He said, pay for it, then he'll be in cuffs on the 10 o'clock news. Well, but hey, if for no other reason, I do want them to legalize prostitution so some of y'all can just pay for it and stop hassling the rest of us. like seriously, stop hassling the rest of us that actually want a genuine relationship. Go off and pay for it and go about your business and go home and go to sleep. Okay? So maybe if they made prostitution legal, that would get some men off the dating app. Okay, maybe some men would leave the dating app that's like, you know what, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this foolishness. I'm just going to go and get me a hooker. Okay, get you a hooker. Because it's too much. Regular woman can't do it. He said, meeting someone online is dangerous. I agree. Be prepared for anything. Don't like meeting people online. But y'all know, I don't encourage people to meet online. I am deathly afraid of dating apps, and I do not recommend them. I do not recommend dating apps. It's like he said, it's people who want to win the lottery when they need to go get up and go to work the next day. Okay, it's a lottery mindset. You may find somebody great, but the chances are you not. Okay, you're not going to hit. It's a 1 in a billion chance that you're going to find a really great person on a dating app. Sorry, not sorry. So no, y'all need to get up and go to work the next day and put your hand to something and get a check or start a business. Like, that's what you need to do. Because this idea that you're going to jump on the dating app and in a month find your soulmate, that's probably not going to happen. That's probably not going to happen. So, all right. I hope y'all have a great night. I'm running in here to get my ink. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. Just know that if you're not subscribed to the channel, the only way you are going to see this video in its entirety is over on YouTube. If you are subscribed to my Instagram, all of my replays are now for subscribers only. Okay, so if you want to see this video in its entirety, you can subscribe to the Instagram platform, or you can head over to YouTube. You can subscribe there. You can like the video. You can share the video. Okay, that's it. All right, last comment. You said that right. Get up and go to work in the morning and find a woman on your way to work or at the job or anywhere but online. Agreed. Y'all stay off the dating apps. How many times I got to tell y'all? The dating apps, no. And look, the men on the dating apps hardly ever even get a match. So what are y'all doing? Why are you wasting your time? Leave it alone. All right. Have a great night. Thank you so much. I hope everyone in Houston stays safe. Thank you so much. And as always, stay open to love.
How would it feel to have a relationship that is connected and passionate and real? How would it feel to be with a partner who cares as much about you as you care about them? No more drama, no more games, no more online merry-go-round. Hi, I'm anitastoudmire, and welcome to the Better Love Movement. I want to teach you the skills necessary to attract and keep the amazing love that we all desire. Working with me will help you to uncover those love blocks that we all have. Many of us are pushing love away and we don't even realize it. But you can learn the skills necessary to attract real, genuine love and an amazing partner into your life. It starts with you. Connect with me now and let me guide you to the most amazing relationship possible today.